and welcome to Grace and Lottie's. Elizabeth here, getting to catch up. I know this is second live stream today, so 2 in 1 day, but I've got some time. I thought, okay, we're behind for our 12 live streams, so if I go live now, I can start getting caught up. So ready to go on this. Working in Johanna's Christmas. In case you were wondering, it is this book right here. I've colored my thing 2 years ago. There's a video if you want to watch that on the channel. I love this little ornament page. It has 12 ornaments, so doing 12. Hi, you made it this time. So excited about this. I've really been waiting for this one, so I'm a little happy, very happy about it. This was my grandmother's ornament, and when I saw the interior of this one, it really made me think about this middle right here. So I'm gonna use this color scheme to do this one. So excited to get to do this one. So we've got a little bit of a reference. It's not the same shape, but just that interior just looks so similar, especially when this one's hanging on my tree. I've been thinking about it. So oranges, getting to do something fun and different this time. You heard my message? Yeah, my last live stream for some reason tried to do it at 8:40, even though I told it 10 o'clock that I went in and fixed it, and it fixed it some places, but not everywhere. So had some fun with that one. Hopefully everybody saw 1:15 on this one. I was trying to get it in. So let's look at our colors here. We're using the Stabilos, so we can pick those. Now we've got an orange and a little bit of a peachy orange. So first call is this beautiful peach here. Normally these show up, markers, they always show up a little bit brighter. And that is pretty close to the peach color in there. There's a little bit darker, but we can use our orange to create the darker shades in that. So that's easy there. And then we've got this orange, and that's really nice and bright, but we've got one that we can use to lighten up. And let's just make sure it doesn't go too yellow. Yeah, that'll be great. And then a nice pretty vermilion. So yeah, you can see how those are gonna create a nice pathway there. So that is the dark one is number 40. Medium is number 30, and then our light is number 54 on those. And then we've got this fun peachy shade that we will use as well with those other colors. It's hard to tell if it was originally one shade of orange and it's just faded through time, or if it started as multiple shades. I was trying to look at it before we went live and figure that out, and I couldn't really tell too easily. To see that interior is regular orange. I'm guessing it's 2 colors. I'm leaning towards that, but that's where that is. Now the green here, if you look, is a darker green. It's a little more muted. It's not your standard Christmas green. So that allows us to go to the darker shades on this. And I'm not gonna use a ton of this green. So I'm gonna start with the, this is probably close to a Christmas green, 36 right here. For my darker shade though, I think it'll be this one. Yeah, that'll work great right there to blend together. And then without going to a limey shade, if I can remember correctly, nope, that's not the right one. Trying to remember, it's been a little bit since I did another page with this. It's this one that I want right here. Okay, so this is number 16. So these will be our 3. For the green, I'm gonna go ahead and set those aside because they go on my second shelf in my 10. So there are those. So go ahead and slip this back under now that I've had a chance to kind of do a couple of swatches. Because it comes out right here, if you kind of look at the way the silver is, it is really warm. It's kind of like a white gold kind of silver. So I thought to kind of have some fun with that. I'm still gonna leave this outer part silver, but I thought about making these little lines more like a bronze coming in, and that'll help warm it up quite a bit. And then we'll have the 2 tones up here as well. Then I thought, you know, if this is true silver here, if I did this in a white as the surround, hopefully we'll get enough contrast right there. We can always add a little more color if it's not looking like it has as much contrast as I like, because that's always the beauty of this. But that's where I'm gonna start, because I think it's going to work really, really well. So there's our plan, getting ready to get started on this. So let's go with our peach. Let me set this to where I can see it a little bit better. There we go. I have it just off camera now so I can see. I'm also gonna scoot this just a little bit for you guys so it's a little more center screen. So for these, I'm gonna do all of these interior here in that, and then we'll have green, 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 and then these will be the peach for these extras. Okay, setting my final plan. So actually I need a darker color. Start with regular orange. I'm gonna leave that outer rim for right now, and I'll show you towards the end how that's gonna come into play. This one's gonna get a lot of sparkle because it's Christmas, and let's do a lot of sparkle for Christmas, right? I love the antique glass ornaments. And I doubt that the one that I've got for my grandmother was anything expensive when it was first bought, but to me, because it was on her tree, it's so special to be able to put up on mine. I have a couple of hers, not a whole lot. That's part of the fun of the season is you just get those things out and you get to look at them and remember, and I love it. I'm just gonna blend this together with the peach. I'm gonna take this in my peach too. Looks so dark right now. It will lighten up a little bit as it dries. The nature of these markers. They go on pretty strong, then come back a little bit. So there's that for sure. Oh, this little piece right here. Okay, now to go in, and I think I'm gonna use, because I've got 3 shades to pull in here. Let's see, this I think is a true red here, 40. No, it's the right one, awesome, okay. So I'm gonna use my skinny one here. See, it's the caps, they look different, but my color names match up, so always good to check. Right here, and I'm gonna use these. Go around the edge, just really, I want a teeny line here. We've got 3 colors coming in. I've had so much fun using markers and expanding my use on those. I am not a marker expert yet, still learning. I love the bold color that they lay down, and quickly. It's a little more immediate gratification. I wish a lot of sets though, like these, came with more really light colors, because there's one light blue that is wonderful in this, and I wish I could have that same level of pastel across the colors, because it's only in the light blue, and I would love to have that like in the green and the red and all of those, just to be able to really play with the values a little bit more. Okay, now go into the regular orange. Right here, this is the number 30. The bulk of this is going to be the lightest orange. Yeah, I haven't seen this color combination on many ornaments in the store these days. But thinking about citrus and that kind of thing that used to be like a Christmas staple, it makes sense to have the orange and the green together. beautiful orange coming together now. Being really careful not to oversaturate my page. I did that on the last one and had to do a little bit of fixing. Turned out okay, but it was like, ah. Look at that color. That orange is awesome. I'm excited about that. Really liking that. And now that it's dried some, I can see the differences down here for the peach too. So yay on that. So now to do the green, I'm gonna move over to my real, because this does not have a whole lot of room. So I'm gonna use my skinny one here for my number 53. You see how tiny these little spaces are. That's why these markers work so well together. Can't imagine doing a large area with this little teeny tip. But it works great for this. And then the other color, make sure, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use, for the medium shade that I picked, this one right here. I'm only doing that one on this big leaf. Now I'm gonna come in with that lighter green that I had. Blend it in. Look at those leaves. Those are looking great. Now I'm gonna go around the outer edge with this lighter color. Instead of And there we go. Look at, this is just turning out so great. I'm really, really happy about all these colors. It's fun to see it coming together here. So next I'm gonna go back. Now that I have a chance to see this, I'm gonna come back in with the lightest orange that I used. And we're gonna do this outer rim right here. Keep our theme going of using the lighter shade as our outline color. Creates a great contrast. The other piece starts with a darker shade. So it really makes it pop. Look at that, will come in here too with it. Those colors, I'm just loving how vivid they are. I'm enjoying just looking at it right now. I don't know about you, but it's something fun and it's so different. It's not your standard Christmas colors, but on the page as a whole, it's gonna work really well. Now I am realizing that I am missing something that I want. So I'm gonna go run and grab that real quick. I will be right back. Actually, no. I figured it out, never mind. Sorry, I can do it here. I have a pencil that'll work. I forgot I had this pencil. So right here, I have this great bronze. It's from the Polychromos, Fabric Castell right here. It's actually called Copper. And I like it in combination because the gold and the silver are good in the Koh-i-noor set, but they don't have this middle shade. So there it was. Forgot I had it. I thought I was gonna have to go grab a marker, but I can keep on with the way I've done it so far with this. So I'm gonna do all of this area. Oh, let me add in a teeny bit of shadow real quick. Right here. This way it'll have a little bit of shape. And this is one of those areas the pencil is the right tool. Trying to get this subtle bit with the markers would be nearly impossible with this set. I'm not going to say it's completely impossible. It would just be very difficult. A little bit of shadowing here because this sits back. Just create this teeny bit of dimension. There we go. Had to come in with the silver. I think we are going to get a nice contrast there with the white. It's going to stay interesting. Sometimes an idea in your head may or may not work, so it's making, I'm not for sure whether it's going to turn out the way I envision it. So this is one of those times it is, which is great. Going around the edges just a little bit more to make sure I'm working in. That's black. Blend it in. So there is that. And I've got this great sepia right here that's in the set, and it's really nice. Oh, I forgot that one was broken. It was still just barely hanging on. I'm just gonna come in teeny line right here. There we go. Now in with that copper. What is this? That was interesting. It didn't want to mark for a minute. There's that one. I may come back in with the metallic gel pen just to create some interest on that as well, rather than using the glitter. So that way we've got two textures going on. I like that idea a lot on this. I'm gonna shadow this a little bit. Now, one of the fun things, just around this outer edge, the interiors of these, the light bounces around a ton with all the shapes. So I'm just doing that here on this very outer edge. I do not have gel pens that create the texture. I know that they exist out there, and that's what would be perfect for this white, because if you look on the ornament, it's got a matte texture right there sitting, and so it's pretty cool with that. So just to let you know, I do not own any of those though, so I can't show it. There is that together. Now that I'm looking, this up here will have a little bit of shadow here and here. Go around the outer edge just a teeny bit. Right here. Then I think I'm gonna make this brass here, and these are the ones that's the silver. There's that. And I'll come back in with the silver. Okay. There's that. Now to grab my brown, dark sepia. This is looking nice and aged right here too, because the metal isn't as bright as it used to be. And a little more color here. And then a little bit more. I had to push pretty hard. Don't normally have to do that with these pencils. Okay, there is that. Now to start adding in some of the lovely glitter. Right here. So I've got this great green right there that I'm going to put in on these outer bits. A little bit of sparkle here. So there's that green glitter on. Now there's orange, so grabbing the orange right here. Just add a little more sparkle in. I'll move this in a minute so you guys can see all the great sparkle. Right there. Now I'm grabbing my clear. I'm gonna do these little dots, as well as all of the silver out here. I'm really glad that I buy these in a 6-pack, these clear glitter. I go through them. Didn't do this one. One thing that's nice with the clear is that it does help let your underlayer show through, so that you still have your shadowing. Don't normally do this big of an area with it. It is Christmas. So lots of glitter on these. Working to finish up, almost done. This one's gone really fast because it was nice to have an idea what I was doing on this one. This morning's live stream, the one previous, I wasn't sold on what colors I was going to use, so viewers got to pick. Probably end up doing that again on some of these other ornaments because there's still a lot to go on this page. Lots of color choices. So to help me choose all of them because I've got to do this one. Hey again, you were here this morning. Hadn't looked over at my chat for a little bit. Welcome back. Almost done with this one. Ooh, it's fun when you move your head and see it. So now to get, so this is a metallic, it's a brown, actually. I wouldn't say it's a gold. I like the way it comes out in this to be a little more bronzy. It's the right one here. The pencil didn't get as deep as I wanted. This will get a little more into the color I was going for. There we go. Plus it gives a slightly different sheen next to the silver. So that works out well. That old brass, like my grandmother's old ornaments. There we go. That has it. Let me pull out the ornament again so you guys can see the inspiration right there next to the finished one that we just did. So I am happy with that one. Didn't really even need my white on it because the way these pieces laid out on it. So I am happy with that one. So I'm gonna call this one done for the day. I'm not planning any more live streams today, so this should call it. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you have, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, as well as clicking the bell notification so that you can stay in touch with what's going on. That's the best way to know when these live streams are gonna go live because it's better late than never, yeah. Don't worry, I do leave them up so if you wanna go back and catch up, it'll be up in like 10 minutes. It'll be up for view. So they're all there. They're in a playlist that's getting made, the 12 live streams of Christmas. So if this was the first one you've got, you can go back and watch the other ones, or if you've watched all of them, awesome. And if you're coloring this page too, I would love to see it. So if you post it on Instagram or anywhere else, tag me in it so that we can all see it together too as a community here and get to have fun with our Christmas coloring. So I will see you in the next live stream. Remember that art happens in everyday life. Make sure you're watching for it. Bye.